Thank you, Dr. Ronda, for taking the time with us today to speak about holistic approach on hair through your lens as a chiropractor. Before I
Yeah.
start, I would like just to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you.
Okay. Hi, I am Dr. Rhonda Ward, and I am a chiropractor in the Gwinnett County area. I also have a pending doctorate in natural medicine, and I practice at Dr. Chris's Natural Remedies, where we have a holistic approach to health. We treat everything naturally, either through adjusting the spine or with our natural remedies.
Okay, awesome. So today I wanted to talk about stress.
Mm,
And being a hairstylist at GR Natural Hair Spa, we have a lot of clients who comes in and say, "Oh, I do everything from eating healthy to taking the right supplement to exercising. Still, there's something going on with my hair where it's shedding." And
yes.
one thing I asked them, are you stressed? Are you under a lot of stress? And one thing they say, yes, I am under a lot of stress and I do exercise to kind of help with that stress, but still is not working where my hair is, they have issue where the hair is coming out or,
Hmm.
inflammation with the scalp. So
Yes.
tell us a little bit about that because I'm also taking a course on trichology and it's funny, today I was doing my homework
Uh-huh.
and one of the things it talks about the nervous system and how
Hmm.
they work together with the brain and the spinal cord and sending information to
Yeah.
the brain. So if you can time in on this.
Well, oftentimes the body is in what we call sympathetic dominant, meaning that the sympathetic nervous system is now overriding what is happening in the body. So it has a dominant presentation. It is responsible for that stress response, as we all know, as fight or flight syndrome. And so when we are in a state of sympathetic dominance where our fight and flight mechanisms are turned on, we don't build the body appropriately. Okay, so there's a cascade of stress hormones that are released as a result of this type of chronic stress. When this happens, the body is not undergoing the appropriate amount of sleep, which induces repair and building. And so we have to build the hair. It's a foundational point. So anytime the sympathetic nervous system is taking precedence over everything else, and we're not engaging the parasympathetic systems where we rest and digest appropriately, we're going to get problems with hair. And many times people are taking pharmaceutical drugs for a variety of conditions that override the sympathetic nervous system. So, they may have changes in blood pressure and such that they deem very positive, but the underlying conditions are still there. And so when that happens, some of the pharmaceuticals that people are on are also contributing factors as to hair growth, quality of hair, and at the rate that the hair is shedding.
Thank you. So how do you tell how do you address someone who say, well, I'm not on any medication and I'm eating right? And
Okay. What I find is, well, we do a variety of methods in office. So we do kinesio testing, nutritional response types of testing, muscle testing, and even mineral panels. And so even if you are not on any pharmaceuticals and let's say you live a great organic lifestyle and you're doing everything right, you're a raw vegan or what have you, sometimes the density of the nutrients that we're getting here in America is deficient. And so oftentimes we can start by doing hair analysis where we can do mineral analysis that will allow us to see what's going on there. Sometimes we can do the analysis of minerals in office as well. So even if you aren't on any pharmaceuticals, having a stress response can also deplete your minerals. So those are some of the ways that we can test in office, to be able to treat that effectively.
That's awesome. So, how would you recommend somebody dealing with a lot of stress and they're exercising and everything, but still, what
Well,
recommendation would you give them?
well, I find that people are chronically dehydrated, which, you have to get water is the fluid of life. So staying well hydrated, getting appropriate amounts of sleep. Now, it's it's difficult to offset stress, as stress is what the body deems. It can be emotional stressors, environmental, chemical, mental stressors that happen in the body. And so, obviously, getting appropriate amount of fluids in, getting appropriate amounts of sleep, and getting chiropractically adjusted also can contribute to aiding the body's response to stress. But exercising appropriately is great. Mental conditioning, such as meditation, is also very therapeutic as well. Deep breathing techniques. What we want to do as our body is kind of adapted to the stressors is break the cycle and then make an intervention such that the body can readapt around those stressors.
Okay. So, again, I'm playing devil advocate here.
Okay.
So somebody comes to me again, they say, "Oh, I drink a lot. I drink too much water."
Okay.
So and I try to go to
Right.
bed on time and stuff like that, and I do meditate and do all that and everything. What do you say to that person?
We have to review everything. Are there stressors in life that need to be acknowledged in a different way? Are there also traumas in life that we need to look at as well? Because we're dealing with the whole person. And as I stated before, there is a cascade of stress responses that happen. It could be as simple as, let's add an herb to help your body adapt to the stress. It could be also as complex as digging into where you're holding certain emotional responses and needing to work through this as a way to also mitigate the stress in life. So even when people think that, hey, doc, I'm doing absolutely everything right, I'm getting proper rest, I'm doing what I need to do nutritionally, and I've had my water up. There are also other environmental factors that people are just being inundated with. And so that may be a cause for us to look even deeper into the endocrine system, maybe even a thyroid panel, as that is epidemic amongst women of color. So there are steps that we take to assess each endocrine system to see if those things are responding to the stress and if they are maladaptive.
Well, thank you. That was very informative. So, give me a little more details in how do you, as a new client came to you, and how do you assess them, and
Okay.
how the
Yeah.
whole process works?
Yeah. So generally, we do have a retail location, retail side where we have natural supplementation, but oftentimes we may need a more aggressive approach, and we have therapeutic grade supplements that we use that are dosed at a therapeutic level. Okay, some of these things you cannot get without a doctor kind of saying, hey, this is what is recommended. It's not things that you can necessarily go to your average health store or even the internet to get. And so initially there would be an appointment made where we would do a variety of tests. Some include some zinc deficiency tests, other mineral tests, could be urine analysis, nitric oxide types of tests, and then iridology. I also do iridology, and that's just where we look at the eye and corresponding viscera in the body as it correlates with the eye for certain markers. And then we would follow that up with what we call kinesial testing, which is muscle testing in different zones of the body. So when we bring and encompass all of those things together, we can formulate a plan that we put our patients on to help offset the stressors in life or any chronic disease that they're dealing with.
Awesome. So where you located again?
We are located in Snellville at 1982 East Main Street. Just as 78 kind of runs out. And we do also have phone consultations. You know, many people, you know, are further away from Georgia. And so we do offer phone consultations, video chatting, and in-office appointments.
Do you also have a website where they could reach you at?
We do, drchris'snaturalremedies.com. They can go there and read all about myself, Dr. Kareth Powell, and Dr. Christopher Green, Dr. Jared Freeble as well. And we offer chiropractic services. We offer cryotherapy services and adjunct modalities to chiropractic. So that means other services that will help the musculoskeletal system, as well as our approach to natural medicine.
Well, thank you so much again for your information. It was very helpful.
Thank you. Thank you. It's
Thank
been my pleasure.